Hi everyone, today we'll be talking about scale degree names as well as the major pentatonic scale. We have lots of vocabulary to cover, and once you learn it, you'll be able to more effectively communicate ideas about music to other musicians. For this to make sense to you, you'll need to be able to write a major scale quickly or think of it in your head. For more help with that, you can watch my previous video. At this point, we know how to write a major scale. We also know that there are 7 scale degrees and 7 solfege syllables associated with that scale. Let's write an A major scale. A major, 3 sharps, F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, and A. A music theory student might be asked, what is scale degree 4 or Fa in A major? It's D. We can walk right up the scale and we know that it's D. Or what is scale degree 7 or T in A major? It's G sharp. And the more comfortable we are with the scales, we can answer those types of questions quickly. And it's part of basic musicianship to be able to know what is mi in a certain key or what is sol in a certain key. That's just something that we need to learn and be comfortable with. Pianists are really used to this, especially as they practice these types of chords. They would be able to very easily identify, especially Fa and Sol, scale degree 4 and scale degree 5. It's just so common, and your fingers just want to go there when you've practiced those kinds of patterns. But for those who aren't pianists and aren't as familiar with some of this, you're still learning, you'll have to practice some of these things. In addition to the scale degree numbers and the solfege syllables, we also have scale degree names. Here's E major. 4 sharps. Here are the scale degree names. Scale degree 1 is the tonic. It's the tone that the scale is based on. Scale degree 2 is the supertonic. It is a whole step above the tonic. So supertonic, a whole step above the tonic. Mediant is scale degree 3, or mi. Mediant is midway between tonic and dominant. I think that's the best way to explain where the name comes from. So if we have E is the tonic and B is dominant, mediant is halfway in between, mediant. Scale degree 4, or Fa, is the subdominant. It's a whole step below the dominant. So the dominant would be scale degree 5 or so. Dominant is a term that has to do with the function of harmony. We'll learn eventually that we can build chords on each of these scale degree names, scale degrees, and the names can also be associated with the chords. So the chord that is based on scale degree 5 has a very dominant role in tonal music. So that's why it's called dominant. Submediant is probably the hardest to explain where the name comes from. Scale degree 6 or La. If you think of the mediant as being 3-letter names above the tonic, the submediant is 3-letter names below the tonic. That's the best explanation I can give. The submediant, scale degree 6 or La. And then we have scale degree 7, which is the leading tone, T. The leading tone very much wants to resolve up to the tonic. It's a half step below the tonic. So there are our scale degree names. We have to memorize those, and once we do, we can answer these sorts of questions. What is the supertonic in the key of E major? Our example was in E major. The supertonic is scale degree 2, and it's a whole step above the tonic, so it would be F sharp. The supertonic. What is the mediant in B flat major? Mediant being scale degree 3. D. What is the subdominant in D major? Subdominant is scale degree 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's G. What is the dominant in A flat major? Dominant is scale degree 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be E flat. What is the submediant, scale degree 6, in D flat major? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's B flat. Remember, we can also move down from the tonic to the submediant. It's still scale degree 6. What is the leading tone in B major? The leading tone is a half step below the tonic, so it's A sharp, scale degree 7. You just have to practice these things. I think it helps to visualize them at the keyboard, but it just takes some memorization and some practice and a good understanding of your key signatures. Here is an example of My Country 'Tis of Thee, or in the UK, you know this tune as God Save the Queen or God Save the King. Listen to a little bit of it, and then we'll identify these scale degrees that are circled. We're in the key of F major, 1 flat. In the alto, we have a C, which is scale degree 5. In the soprano, we have a G that is scale degree 2. And then in the soprano, we have an E that is scale degree 7, the leading tone. Notice how that leading tone moves right up to the tonic to scale degree 1 in the next note. And then in the bass, we have a D, which is scale degree 6. And the tenor, we have a B flat, which is scale degree 4. It moves down to scale degree 3 in the next note. And then at the end, soprano and alto, we have scale degree 1. We might be asked to identify scale degrees in a piece of music rather than in just a major scale, but actually in context in a real piece of music. Let's learn about the major pentatonic scale. The major pentatonic scale is a subset of the major scale. It uses some of the notes of the major scale, but not all of them. It actually uses 5, penta meaning 5. And the 5 that are used are do, re, mi, so, and la. That's 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. Notice that there are no half steps between those notes. That quality makes songs with pentatonic melodies easy to sing. Pentatonic melodies are very common in folk music and in spirituals. We'll look at an example here in just a minute. We might be asked to write a major pentatonic scale starting on different pitches in different keys. So E flat, we have to write scale degree 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6 starting on E flat. E flat, F, G, moving up to so, B flat, and la, 6 is C. So there we go. We're not writing all the notes of our major scale, but just a subset of them. A major pentatonic would be A, B, C sharp, E, and F sharp. These types of melodies are very easy to sing. I want to show you an example. This is a very well-known spiritual, Every Time I Feel the Spirit. Every time I I feel the Spirit moving in my heart, I will pray. Every time I feel the Spirit moving in my heart, I will pray. That's a great melody. It's so easy to sing, and part of the reason why is because it uses a pentatonic scale. I hope you've learned something today about scale degree names, and that we have our solfege, our scale degree numbers, and the vocabulary, the names that we've learned today. As well, you've learned about the major pentatonic scale and how it uses 5 notes from the major scale. If you need more help with what we've talked about, I have study notes and a practice quiz that are linked in the description below. I hope you'll check it out, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.